everybody, my name is Keaton and welcome back to Koopa Plays the Game, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. So from the last episode, we just make our way to the Goron city to meet Darunia and the other Gorons. And today, we are going to be taking on the second dungeon of the game, Dodongo's Cavern. So let's go ahead and begin to get started here. So this is pretty cool if you... I don't know. It looks like there are many lava pits around here, so watch your step. Right, thank you for telling me that, Navi, because they don't look safe. Especially with the teeth thing with the eyeball. Like, if you're wondering what that is the BMO. And they're really annoying because they could just... When they see you, they'll just shoot you with the eye. And... they could be really annoying, you know, to hurt you. So what I'm doing right now is just I will make sure I'll get to I just want to blow up stuff first before I carry on. Alright, yep, it's all exploded. Oh yeah, I'm like, is there another thing? And the answer is yes, there is another thing to explode from the boulder over there. Alright. Whoa. I mean, yeah, if you stand on the lava pits, it'll hurt you to take damage. So I suggest be careful if you stay there too long, because that's the pain you would have to go through. And you can definitely see that the BMO just started going for the laser to shoot at me. And you know, that's just the part about not fun with the BMOs, that they can try to hurt you in that terrible reason way. So in this treasure chest right here, we are gonna go ahead and grab a dungeon map. So we already know this one since the first dungeon with inside the Deku tree, and I just kind of burned myself to the lava pit on accident. That Navi told me to watch my step. Whoops. Wow, I actually failed on grabbing the edge. Wow, that is unfortunate to have Link take a damage on this part. At least this won't be a big deal from the Gossip Stone, which I'll go ahead and show you right now. If you play Zelda's Lullaby in front of the Gossip Stone, here's what happens. Yay! The fairy appears. Now the cool fact is that you can actually put fairies in a bottle. That way, if you died, the fairy will help revive you, so you can carry on without getting game over. You know, which I find it to be helpful. This game and Majora's Mask are both helpful, just because they can fill your heart all the way up to full. But the other series, like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword and others, not really, but only this game and Majora's Mask that can help, recover your full hearts, for this game and Majora's Mask. So both two in this game, useful, but the others are not very useful when you're trying to get up to the full health. Alright. Those are the baby dongos that they like to explode, which we need to be careful with for. They can be annoying, but not terribly. I think the part is you have to be careful about is after you hit them, they'll just explode to die, which you've already seen that. Alright. And honestly, this dungeon has to be my favorite. King Dodongo. Actually, my favorite dungeon for this game. I don't know, probably because with all the, for the reptiles, for my interests. Maybe that would explain when it comes to with the dinosaurs right now. I don't know. I just find it to be like, you know, very nice. And also the detail with, like, you know, the way just... I know you guys might be thinking that the remake are better. I mean, I can understand. You know, that, you know, for the remake 3DS that was out years ago from my childhood, because I wasn't born when the original came out, not until like 2001, but I can see and tell how everybody loves the original, even the remake, which I want to say that for myself right now. I thought both of them were really good. You know, this is just like before Nintendo decides they want to do a remake for the improvements, you know, to update with the graphics, character models. I think that's what Nintendo was doing and what they like to do. And I don't know why I just ducked myself that I'm supposed to do backflip on a baby Dongo, but but it was weird and funny, you could say. Alright, so that's one. I think you can take him out with the bombs if you like, but I think I'm okay just attack them with the sword. So, not a big deal for me to take them on. Alright. They can also be made of... They are pretty much metal that you guys might have seen. You know, just when you attack them. That's why. So go ahead and we'll light up the torches here. And that'll open the door. So now we can go on ahead to, you know, push the button to open the other door, because, yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to be going. Okay, don't fall to the lava pit this time, Link, because that was terrible that you have to fall to the lava pit to, like, hurt yourself, that Navi told you to watch your step. Pretty much Link likes to be clumsy for most of the part. Alright. So, I'm just waiting while I'm trying to come up with something, the idea I can mention about. Alright, so this one, you could either use a DQ nut and use a sword to attack on this statue right here if you want, or you could just throw a bomb flower like I just did. You know, just for that to make it go away. Now, I remember when I played on the 3DS version, I had no idea. I tried to avoid getting hit from that, but suddenly I just died, you know? I just died to get hurt. I have no idea what to do, how to attack that, you know, that stone character when I want to avoid. But, you know, it's something I've probably have experienced. And, shut up, Navi, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, you can, talk to her right here if you want, while she'll explain to you, but you know what, no need, because I've already took care of that. You know, I find things to be very annoying with Navi when she goes, hey, listen, and repeats the same thing that you've already see and hear what she has to say when you're like, let's say when you're trying to work on something that is very important. So, the gold sculpture is somewhere right up there to the hole of the wall, which there's nothing we could do about it for right now, but we'll come back later when we have something very helpful. So, I would say, you know, there are a couple of gold sculptures that we'll worry about later on, both inside the DQ tree and here in the Dodongo's Cavern. Something we will work on later when the time is right, when we are ready. Alright, let's see. Alright, be careful with the other statues. Except this one. It's just, if you touch them, they'll become alive to attack you. That's the thing about them, like what they're trying to do, which you can see and tell about this. But you know, I find this to be like, not hard. Alright. fire keys, be careful because what they'll do is if you have your DQ shield out, they'll just burn your shield, which is why I suggest be careful with the fire keys. So you never know what will be around the corner in these narrow paths. Use Z targeting to always look in the proper direction. This is a useful technique, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Although I would suggest just run to go through the block. and that is also why I have to have my Hylian shield out, so that way I can't get my shield burned up. And wow, really? I can't believe I failed on this one. Try again. Okay. Hope. Okay, that's the second time I fail. It's just, I don't want it to like hurt me, but I guess I have to like... There we go. So I'm feeling like between inside the DQ tree and the Dodongo's Cavern are my favorite, actually. I know I said about this stage my favorite, but I feel like between inside the DQ tree or Dodongo's Cavern right here. I'm not sure. We'll see. So those are the lizard foes that you're wondering. So we only have to deal with those two twice. Like we already did from like the bottom. So now we're doing this again for the top floor. So I didn't pick up other chests because they probably might have rupees and hearts that I'm already filled up to recover and, you know, collect. So I would say I'm good. Not gonna like grab them and take them to waste them. I would do it only if I'm not full and not recovered, for this matter. There we go. With those guys taken care of, now we can go this way. Go to that room. Alright, go ahead and I'm gonna make sure I try to be faster for this. I think the 3DS version I can make myself go faster with moving the, you know, just moving, you know, the camera angle for the left, I guess the circle pad. When you, maybe when you're either on like the gyro controls or when you turn off the gyro controls. It's just for the original right here. Sometimes it can be hard for some of the parts, but it should not be that terrible when you're trying to like target to shoot someone. But as you can see, this is bomb bank. Right now we can only carry up to 20. And whoa, okay, I thought I was gonna like jump off to the other, you know, all the way down, and I would have to like go through all the way again. Something I didn't think it would happen, honestly. Alright, so what we're gonna do right here, whoa, careful Link. Alright, turn around, drop this. So we need to blow up 2 bombs on 2 of the eyes of the skull right here. Okay, there you go. That should get it. There you go. Make the eyes red, and now the jaw glows, so we can go to the mouth, to the door. Alright. I'll go ahead and equip back the DQ stick so I don't accidentally take out the bomb. Only if there's a part I can just go to the boulders that have not blown up yet. That's something what I want to do to work on, for that matter. Oh geez, hi. I'm like backing away from the fire keys because that fire keys can be really annoying to try to like burn me. Alright. This part, now I can have my bombs out. Alright. This is the quickest one for the bomb to explode. So, might want to keep your eyes out for that. Okay. I know I equipped it out, but you know what? I actually want to equip it back on. There you go. I explode 2 of the gold Skuldra and the statue. That's actually a pretty good one. That was a good move for that part, I'll admit. Just for some good moment parts, what they did. Alright. Glad I did the spinning attack. Okay, I'm expecting to hear the music, like the enemy theme, for the fire keys, but honestly not. You know what? I'm actually gonna go ahead and drink up the Longbon milk, because I really wanted to, and I don't think, you know, later on I'll probably get my, it will not get my hearts filled up if I'm up to like 10 or more, since this one only carries to 8, and you know, I just want to like carry up to like full HP to heal up, so that's why I'm like, I'll just equip a fairy with me. So yeah, there you go. I know I did skip the dialogue that I should have read, but it's okay. I think I explained to you all about how the fairies can like help you reveal your full HP. That I mentioned this before. You know, just if you're like, you know, close to dying, or you already died, the fairies will help you revive you to like, you know, just to help you, you know, get into like, you know, full hearts. That's what I want to say. Alright, here you go. I was gonna ask, are you gonna come down to like charge at me? And the answer is yes, it will. So that's why I'm like, just get my slingshot out to be ready. Because I know for a fact it will come at me. So there we go. So that will take us to the boss. And I will go ahead, let's go ahead and equip, there you go. Because I think using the Deku stick on the boss when I jump attack can do much more of a damage. Similar like I did with Queen Goma at the, you know, from inside the Deku tree. Which that one was easy. So don't worry if you think the King Dodongo is the... Which I just spoiled, sorry. I mean, I think we will have a name popped up. But yeah, don't worry if you think that's hard. It's actually pretty easy like Queen Goma. So here you go, Inferno Dinosaur King Dodongo. Okay, so once he's about to open his mouth to breathe fire, quickly throw a bomb, and then just attack with your sword or Deku stick, whichever works. Which the Deku stick I'm using does twice as damage, which I find it to be very helpful, and I really like that. Alright, come on. There you go. And you are done. See what I mean? How easy it was for King Dodongo? So as for this version, you can do like twice. I think the 3DS version, if you do like jump attack on like King Dodongo on its head, I think you do 3 times. While the sword, you probably do like 4. That's my guess right now. But wow, there you go. Burn up the dinosaur and pick up a heart container. So now we have 7 hearts. So now we can just go ahead and just step into the light and take us out of here. So that was a good dungeon we did. So now we'll just have to go find Darunia and the other Gorons. Whoa. That was a close one. Now he looks happy. It's me, Darunia. Well done. Oh no. Poor Link. Ouch. Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from the Dodongo's cavern until our stomach burst. What a wild adventure. It will make an incredible story. I can't believe that the Dodongos suddenly appeared in such great numbers. And that big rock blocking the cave. All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief Ganondorf. He said, give me the spiritual stone, only then will I open the cave for you. You, on the other hand, risked your life for us. Kid, I like you. How's about you and I become sworn brothers? No, there's no big ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship. So now we have a brother who just pounds Link in the head. Okay. At least thank you for this spiritual stone of fire. Also known as the green ruby, or not green ruby, sorry, the Goron's ruby that Darunia has said. So that was pretty cool, honestly. It reminds me like a candy that we could eat. I don't know why. I just find something pretty funny that they look like candies to eat for the spiritual stones. That could, like, explain. Brother, you'll keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? You should go see the Great Fairy on top of the Death Mountain. She will power you up. Hey everybody, let's see off our brother. Oh, here are those two. You did great. How about a big Goron hug, brother? Oh no, run! Okay, that part was pretty funny, but I could see why Link was like, no, get away from me! That would be because the Gorons would have like crushed Link, crushed his body and soul to, from the big rocks to crush for hugs. Like, oof. Does make sense why, but okay. Alright, go ahead and shoot the gold sculpture. Now we finally have bombs with us, so we could go ahead and grab a gold sculpture. Which we will make our way back to the Goron City just to do some, collecting some stuff that I will actually just end off with, I'll just end it inside the Dongo's Cavern. Or not Dongo's Cavern, what am I talking about? I already did that. What I mean is I'll end the episode in the Goron City, so that way next part we'll do like another collecting of gold sculpture to find, while we will also we will also meet the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain and probably continue to do some more side quests. So here we are back in the Goron City. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. If y'all like to see me continue playing through this game some more, please show me some support by leaving a like on this video. And if you're new to my YouTube channel here, welcome. Go ahead and hit a subscribe button so you guys can watch and see me play more video games like this. And after you subscribe, do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that way you will all be getting notified on whenever I can post videos without missing them. And do not forget to leave a nice comments down below for what do you guys think of this game and overall, just a nice comment in general. And with this being said, I will see you guys all next time. Bye!